Hi, this is Jim Tanner from Bloqer. This is the second video. The first video went over installing Bloqer for the first time and creating an account while installing. Now, the whole idea of Bloqer, its whole reason for being, is to be able to manage many computers from a single website. And each computer will have a client installed on it. And then the interface could be accessed from anywhere in the world you are with an internet connection. Could be at an internet cafe in China, or you could be on a beach in Tahiti with your cell phone. As long as you have an internet connection, you'll be able to manage your clients, view the reports, etc. So I'll get right into it. We're on the second computer, and I've downloaded the Bloqer setup from bloqer.net. I'll double click it and start the install. Just as we did before, I'll accept the agreement, I'll click on through, and we'll start installing the files. Now, we need to know our user ID and password that we created in our original install. And so keep that in mind, have that remembered or written down on a piece of paper or stored somewhere. So here we go. The reason is so that this computer knows who you are, and it will log itself in and start transmitting the report data. And I use test user 1 and my password. And if you forgot it, you can have it, retrieve it, and have it emailed to you. Or if this is your first install, you can go through the registration again. So I'm going to go next. It found the user ID and password, or else it would have given a little error message. Now it's registering itself on the server, and it's done. It's going to open you up to .net. And you can go ahead and now log into the internet using your user ID and password. And here we are. We're back on the interface. If you recall, we'd blocked these two things. And now I'm going to go into a little bit of detail, and you could hear on my cell phone the verification that that computer was installed. Now I'm going to go into a little bit of detail on the settings. Computers, the first one. Now there's a concept called groups and devices. Groups is simply logical groups. You might have an accounting department, you might have a field office, you might have a downtown office, office in another country. They may get their own group. So it's a way of logically grouping settings, and we'll go into that in just a little bit. And devices, which is another term for computers. Now here's the first computer that we added previously, and here's the new one. It says change me. Well, to change the name, I'll edit and I'll say second computer, and I will. Now suppose that second computer was in a different office. We'll call it in Chicago, which is where I am. We'll add a group. Now what we would do is go to the devices and we can add now that to field office in Chicago. So now we have two different groups and one computer in each group. Now what does that mean? Well, I'll go back to the main, and now you can see a drop down appears at the top. So at the field office in Chicago, nothing's blocked. So I'm going to block, say, porn, sports, and search. At the Chicago office, at the default group, I'll just block gambling and drugs. So you could see it's extremely configurable. And that's just the beginning. There's a lot more, but that's the main highlight of adding new computers and then adding groups and configuring it. Now you can, like I say, you can add 1,000 computers if you want or more. So hopefully that will further illustrate a little bit about how Bloqer works and the power of Bloqer, the ability to go anywhere on your cell phone, in a library, wherever you want, and you can change your settings. You find out Joe in the Chicago office is playing World of Warcraft all day at work. Well, you could go to, whip out your cell phone and block them right on the spot, wherever you are, even in a different country. So hope that helps, and there's going to be a lot more videos to explain how this all works. Thank you.